I keep thinking you'll come on back to me.
Welcome back to the Generally Dysfunctional podcast, folks. I'm your host, Nkosi. With me, I have some fine gentlemen, some fine black gentlemen, Ken, Mariba, and Darren. Um, I sound off and not as upbeat as I usually do because, to be quite honest, guys, my heart and my soul is very, very, very heavy um, with the goings ons, with what's been going on in America, what's been going on in the world. Um, to be honest, it's kind of hard to do today's podcast because I really did not want to speak on these things as they are, because the feelings are still very raw. But here we are, and we do have a platform. We do have people who listen to us, right? The people who are expecting us to say something, even though they haven't heard from us in quite a while. Another man is dead, folks. Another black man died at the hands of the police, the white police in Minneapolis. A white police officer knelt on George Floyd's neck, suffocating him for 9 minutes while he pleaded for his mother and he pleaded for his life. Cries repeatedly of "I can't breathe" were heard coming from his mouth while he was still with us. 4 police officers. 4 police officers. 3 knelt on his body. 1 stood by his side. Initially, they painted it as he was resisting arrest, as they usually do. The store owner in front of where he was murdered came out and said homeboy was not resisting arrest at all. He released his videotapes. There's video evidence of them having George Floyd in a police vehicle, beating him up inside the police vehicle, pulling him out of the vehicle, throwing him to the ground, all while handcuffed, and then proceed to killing him, all very cavalierly, with their hands on their hips, on their thighs, as they knelt and they snuffed this man's life out in broad daylight. So, following that, there is a lot of unrest going on. There's a lot of protesting. There's a lot of rioting going on around the world, but specifically in several states in America: Minneapolis, Chicago, Illinois, LA, New York. A lot of these places are filled to the brim with rioters. They're filled to the brim with protesters, all in the name of police brutality, wanting to stamp out police brutality. Now we see a lot of these things happening year after year, day after day, and some of it is not reported on. A lot of it, in fact, is not reported on. These things have been happening for years, folks. These things have been happening for years. We just have not seen it. Now it is just being seen. Right? When they killed Emmett Till, we couldn't see it. We saw the result, as we often do. We always see the result, never see the action. Right? Years ago, when they killed Emmett Till over false accusations, disfigured his body, hung him, lynched him. Right? Here we are today, all these years later. From Amadou, from dealing with the subway shooter, Eric Garner and Sandra Bland. Right? All these names, all these people who've been killed at the hands of the police: Breonna Taylor, Tammy Rice, Walter Scott, Terrence Crutcher, right? Oscar Grant, Philando Castile, Samuel Dubois. These are the names that we only speak now. And these are only some of the names. Because we can't speak to them. We can only speak of them. Because their lives are no more. Taken by force at the hands of white, corrupt police. People get twisted when I say white. People get twisted when I say fuck white people. But really and truly, they have built the systems. Right? They have built the systems that hold back and oppress black people and people of color. They were built by white men. People want to know why are people so angry? Why are black people so angry? Why are black people going around looting and things? Which is incorrect, because a lot of it is not black people's fault. Sure, some of us are taking advantage of it. What do you expect? Humans do what humans do. There are a lot of white looters also. In fact, it has been shown over the last couple of days that it's a lot of white people coming from other states, coming from other locations, and breaking buildings, looting buildings, burning buildings. In Minneapolis, come to find out, the only buildings that were burned apart from the target and the police precinct were low-income housing construction sites. Isn't that peculiar? There are reports of incognito police officers going around placing hammers and bricks at strategic locations so that when they incite violence, when they incite the rage of people who are peacefully protesting, they have planted items there for protesters to use against them so they can be justified in using any kind of force. How do you go to police a police brutality protest and still continue to do police brutality? How? Right? This sort of rage and sadness that myself and members of the black community feel is not a one-off. It is not oh, this happened today, therefore I'm mad today. No, this has been happening for years. We have been mad for years. We have been silent for years. For years. Right? But people want to complain about rioting and looting. A man is dead. Many people are dead over this bullshit. Buildings could be rebuilt and repainted. Starbucks got refreshed in less than 24 hours. Starbucks got tagged all the way up by a whole bunch of white people. In less than 24 hours, it looks brand spanking new. Less than 24 hours. Where's George Floyd? A week later, still dead. Big Floyd. Those of you who listen to DJ Screw mixtapes, that's who died. Right? Those officers are still at large. Those murderers are still at large. Possibly dangerous. Armed. But the police are protecting them at their houses. They arrested the main offending officer, thinking that would be enough to placate the masses. But it is not. It's not. This time it is not. They really thought they did something. And then they charge him with third-degree manslaughter and murder. Third degree? You need to raise that degree. Manslaughter, murder in third degree means it was a mistake. They didn't mean to kill him. Clearly the intent was there. The offending officer has had overlapping shifts with George Floyd when they worked at the same place as security guards. He's always had a problem with George Floyd. Took this opportunity to snuff this man's life out. And I find too many of my friends, some of y'all who listening to this podcast, are quiet. I remember y'all using the word nigger, black this and subdued, using black terms, dressing black, wanting to be black. Everybody wants to be black until it's time to be black. And it's time to be called a nigger and face injustice. You don't want to be black. You retreat into your white privilege because you're white presenting. You retreat into your Asian roots because, oh, well, I'm Asian, I'm not black. You retreat into your Arab roots. I'm Arab, I'm not black. Right? You all have the privilege of not being black when you all feel like it. And get angry and say, oh, well, if you could use the word, we could use the word too. Nah, fuck that. Not out here for that. Not anymore. And it's been like that for years. Some of you all know. I've spoken to you all personally. And I see you all out there quiet. Not saying nothing, afraid to offend. Afraid to put a line in the sand to show where you all stand. Just know that I am taking note. And I am looking for you all, and I'm looking out at the landscape of what I call my own personal friend circle. And I'm taking note, I'm taking stock of who is there and who is not. Who is making sense and who isn't. I am not here to educate you all. No. We are living in 2020. We're all adults. I'm not here to educate you all on black matters, on black lives. I had to learn about white lives, and I had to learn about everything white and European and Middle Eastern and Mediterranean and American. I went to school and that's all they taught me. They didn't teach me about Black Wall Street. They didn't teach me about the Tuskegee Airmen. They didn't teach me about them lobotomizing black sons and daughters in the name of science, in the name of medicine. They didn't tell us that they were testing anesthesia on us, killing quite a number of us. They didn't tell us that they performed root canals without anesthesia. They didn't tell us that black women who give birth are at a high risk of dying because doctors think that black people take a lot more pain. Our pain tolerance is higher. They didn't tell us that, right? They didn't tell us that we were kings and queens. They didn't break down the word nigger. Originally it means king, it means prince, negus. Right? They turn it and they flip it and they use it against us and call us niggers. Then we take it and flip it and we use it for ourselves and we call ourselves niggers. But when we turn it and we flip it, they have a problem. Right? So I am not here to teach you all. I had to learn all about you all and your bullshit. Now it's time for you all to learn. And you know what? If it takes a bit of burning for you all to learn, so be it. So riot in all your mother cunt. Looting in all your mother cunt. Burn everything to the ground. Burn everything to the ground. Because at this point, peaceful doesn't work. You all complain about the protests and you all sit in your ivory towers and complain about, oh, it's not going to benefit the communities. It's not going to benefit the other generations. Okay, sure, but we've tried everything else, so you know what, we're going to try this. We learned violence from you all. Now it's test time. But yeah, what are y'all's takes on it, guys? Sorry.
No, no need to apologize. I mean, why should we have to apologize in anything to do with this, to be honest?
Yes, apologize. It makes me feel good.
But yeah, it goes without saying, I agree with each and every of your sentiments. I do want to add in there as well that we have protested before, we have gone out there, we've marched, we've done all of this, and we have made cries for justice, but I really do hope that out of all of this, we don't lose sense of what has actually happened. I hope that we don't just see possibly only one out of the 4 that were meant to get charged and given a light sentence, and then say, oh, we've got our justice, and then go back home and call it a day. There has to be the last straw sooner or later. Stuff that happens in broad daylight, we can only let it happen so many times before we call ourselves insane, because we're just allowing this to happen. So I really do hope, and I hope, because I can't do anything from where I am here, and it's hurting me this much, so I can only imagine if I was over there. But I really do hope that persistence stays, and then we keep nagging on these people, pressuring them for all that they're worth, because they're not worth much, and figuring out a way to get more than just the justice on the face of it, and the justice that we deserve as the black human race. Today I'm not gonna start saying some stupid pseudo inspirational stuff like today is just the beginning, but today really is, I hope, a kickstart for something bigger, because it needs to be bigger before we even feel any sort of comfort in what's going on. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say on that.
To anybody who says the riots are too much, tell me what you're thinking, because you're saying to me that human life is not important because it affects what you see. Because if you are not outraged, well, then again, I can understand why you may not be outraged. It doesn't impact you, it doesn't impact your demographic, it doesn't impact you. You don't normally get arrested or have to deal with matters like that. So to you, it's a bit too much. But to individuals who constantly see themselves, their peers, or images that may look like them, always at the hand of through this brutality, I understand. And I can clearly see peace ain't working. Peace ain't working. When Mr. Luther King tried to do his peace, they assassinated. Peace ain't working. They didn't know what peace can do. Peace ain't working. So sometimes you just have to let them know you're not going to stand for it. And just like Nigel said, if a few buildings had to burn, whatever has to burn, to get change, to get just change. And that's the thing, eh? You're not even asking for more. You're just asking to be treated fairly, and you're getting pushed back for it. So what does that say? People want to criticize you for asking for what's fair. You shouldn't have to do this, and you shouldn't have to do that, and I'm thinking, that tells me all I need to know. Because if you want the same page as me, you will say you need to get what's fair. Do whatever it takes to get what is fair. But they don't want to get what is fair. And it says a lot when you can murder someone in broad daylight and go home. And go home and not be arrested for 3 days. 3 days you can sit at home and murder someone people are that lets you know what level where you are. People are recording you committing a murder. It's either that you know you can get away with this and you don't care, or you're just that stupid. But when you believe in a system and you know the system, when you know the system and you know you can get off, why not?
Why not? Because clearly he probably said it to himself and his peers. They're all together. Why, guys, we got this. Videotape. You have people begging and pleading for you to fucking check her pulse. To fucking check her pulse. Nobody flinched. Nobody flinched. How the fuck is that manslaughter? That's murder. That's murder. There's no negligence here. There's zero negligence here. It's only intent. And the fact that you try to arrest one person in hopes that it's pacify us, say fuck you. We ain't no fucking fools. Fuck you. Excuse my language, but fuck you. There's no other way to say it other than fuck you. We know what we saw. We all know what we saw. Then you do your normal bullshit, or he resisted arrest, and he has something in the past. Nothing to do with nothing in his past, nothing had to do with the current situation where you have just murdered someone in front of us. Nothing has to do with that. You saw all the tapes, didn't resist arrest, sit down when you told him sit down and stuff. This man should not be dead now. And now you want to tell us how to behave when you murder us. Now you want to tell us how to behave. You shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. What? What? I can tell you this. Change ain't coming peacefully. I don't believe it will. I personally don't believe it will. Yet to see it happen. Because in all the other instances before, where we talked and mothers are crying on TV and wanting justice. I ain't seen no laws written here. I ain't seen no change, because here we are talking about the same shit. So where's the change from all these peaceful talks? Tell me, show me. Because you still have these ignorant people doing this shit. So tell me. So burn it, guys. We need to get this change. Keep the narrative and remember that we need to find justice. But no, this ain't gonna fly. This ain't gonna sit well. And anybody who telling me shit about context, fuck him. We don't need to talk. There's no context here when they're murdering. I don't want to hear. Sorry, I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear.
Is it my turn?
Go ahead.
You know what? I think you guys said it all. You know, I don't need to add to it. Except maybe we should lynch the police officer and the other three of them. I'm just saying. Would be fun.
Add to it, man. What are your thoughts? Add to it.
No, y'all said everything already. I don't want to be saying over what you guys exactly what some of you guys said. I mean, all of you guys said what I was thinking. It's just wrong. You can't be expecting for change. Sorry, not expecting change, but we can't be hoping for change and then you're hitting us with some bullshit and then hoping till it dies down and nothing has changed. You know, it's wrong. What the police officer did is wrong. But I would say one thing that you guys didn't say. If it was a white person that did kneel down on, it would be a different story. If George Floyd was white, it would be totally different. Now, sir, he's been charged with first-degree murder.
If George Floyd was white, he wouldn't have been on the ground.
That's what I would say. But I'd probably get a Burger King or something on his way to this thing. Never know.
Right? What killing me is the fact that white people are now using, and I say white people, yes, white people are now using the protests as a form of revolution cosplay, as a form of anarchist cosplay, to live out their Joker and anarchist cookbook fantasies. Going into these neighborhoods and vandalizing and brutalizing and leaving messes for people who live in those communities to clean up. Right? Completely counterproductive. You have peaceful protests turning aggressive and violent in the blink of an eye. Officers deciding to throw tear gas into crowds, to fire bullets at people's faces, rubber bullets at people's faces. Right? I have seen too many pictures of people who have lost their eyes. I've seen more pictures of people losing their eyes in the last 24 hours than I have ever seen in my life. There are people right now, as we record this, on surgery tables, getting their eyes treated, who will only now see in their right eye or their left eye. One is completely gone. Right? Recovered police radios, and you're hearing over the police radio, oh, 5 points for $100 for a nigga, $50 for a Mexican. Kill them all. That's what's coming across the police radio? Really? That's what they think? So little of us, this is a game to them? They're excited to get this overtime pay? Nah. Arresting the officers and charging them with the full extent of the law was the way to get rid of this. And they chose to do nothing until there was national and now international pressure, because there are riots and there are protests all over the world right now. You tell me people in Libya, where there is literal slavery still going on, are protesting for black people's rights. Clearly, black people have had enough. Clearly. And if you all can't see that, then you all are part of the problem.
Facts.
Yeah. So listen, if you're out there and you haven't said anything,
You've said a lot.
just remember, when it's time to say something again, I'm not looking for you, because I will not have you all surrounding me at all. No sir, not me.
Oh, what about if you're using them as human shields?
No, it's not your time to joke. Not your time to joke. Because if we never get serious, are we ever really saying anything? Right? A man's life is gone, and we as will watch murder porn. So it's very sad. It's very sad. It affects me greatly. It affects me greatly. I am sad. I am angry. These feelings, while not foreign to me, it does something. As a black man, you always have to be watching your back and watching where you're going and making sure you do the right thing and you look the right way and you cut your hair and you trim your beard and you walk upright and your pants not sagging. All because you're black. Let a white person do those things to get away with literally everything and more. You know? Get away with everything and more. Then you have these celebrities and they using it anyway. You know what? I'm not even gonna get any celebrities. Listen, Black Lives Matter. George Floyd, his life mattered. All these black women and men and children who died at the hands of white cops and George Zimmerman, their lives mattered. Everybody who died at the burning of Black Wall Street, their lives mattered. And will continue to matter. Alright? Don't listen to Trump. Burn all that shit down. all y'all who are there in America, burn all that shit down. You have to break the wheel to get the car moving again. But anyway, on to other things. Y'all are not aware of this, but there's this fellow on TikTok, on Twitter. What time is it? Yeah, there's this fellow on TikTok, on Twitter, who is grooming little girls. Goes by the name of 868 Nivi Chan and Trini Kid Nivi. Grown man. Grooming these little girls. Telling them they're cute. Having suggestive conversations with them. Asking them for selfies of their belly. Sending selfies of himself. Having them send him nudes. Alright? One girl's father got into it and let her know what time it was, and he make a video talking about how fathers are lame and stupid and whatever. Apparently it's been going on for quite a while. I don't know why the cyber crimes unit hasn't done anything.
You gotta
Someone?
remember the company, man. It's not beholden to US law.
No, this is Trinidad.
Even then, like with a lot of these social media apps, the main thing that is worrying is that governments are never ready for them just popping up. Because TikTok just blew up, and no one thought to themselves, there are going to be a whole bunch of children on this. Maybe we should have a look into regulating and monitoring and all of these things. And then we end up with a situation where sick, evil people just take it life.
Now we have a cyber crimes unit here in Trinidad that deals with things of this nature. So this is new to them. That's why I'm wondering, why has it been going on for so long? As I've learned, it's been going on for quite a number of years. Because they've dealt with things like this before. Over this last week, there have been several pedophiles convicted here in Trinidad, actually, and we've seen more and more of it lately, which is a whole other topic. Someone took it upon themselves to message this Nivi Chan individual and got some information out of him. We'll link it below so you could go through it. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that. That is disgusting. That is absolutely disgusting. Our cybercrimes unit needs to do better. We need to teach men to do better.
I'm totally surprised. Well, I guess the father probably wouldn't know where he lives or something, but yeah. Yeah, I will hope the cyber crimes move fast.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
Yeah.
Godspeed.
In COVID-19 news, we have one additional case here in Trinidad and Tobago. The day we announced that, hey, we're going to start opening up things a bit more, the following Monday, we got one additional COVID-19 case, an imported case, and the individual was taken to quarantine immediately after stepping off the plane. So, as far as we know from the public side of things, it's under control. But it's just a little bit scary to hear that, oh, we're opening up and all of a sudden we have one more case. I can only imagine that things are going to get worse with all these riots and protesting all over the world. France, America, England. It's going to get worse. A lot of places are saying, oh, they're going to open up, but they're only opening up because they're losing money. That's the only reason they're opening up. What are things looking like over in you guys' end? with the whole COVID-19 situation? Mariba, Ken.
People don't care anymore.
I honestly believe people stopped caring weeks ago. Because people were going to the beach and stuff casually, and now that the government said we're going to try and open up slowly, people just went in flocks. Do not care anymore. And this is when you said last week, Spanish flu 2.0. I'm telling you, Spanish flu 2.0. It's going to happen. Don't know how bad or how fast. It's just going to happen. And what are you going to do? What you going to do? But they don't care. I think some private schools are open already. Thankfully, I haven't been called back into work yet. So that's good. I can work from home for a little bit longer while I assess the situation. But it's. I think the saddest thing is we're depending on people to make sensible judgment, and people just want, apparently in their mind, to just go to the beach and enjoy the sun and stuff, and they can't seem to understand what is a couple months out of your whole life that you could go on living as long as you be safe. They're not willing to give up 2 or 3 weeks, a month or two, for a couple of years they can get back. But I'm guessing the only people who probably take this serious are people who actually put a price, who value their life, or people who lose someone. That's my views. Someone who lost someone will just be like, I'm taking this serious. Or people who realize, yo, this shit's real, I'm gonna take this serious. Anybody else will just say, oh, only the old people are dying and blah. Yeah, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I am very, very happy. Very, very happy about you guys having taken it very well in Trinidad. Very, very good. Inspirational. Truly inspirational. Keep it up.
Good. Yo, man, there's really not much to talk about in today's podcast, guys. Countries are banning travelers from America. Like it's shit is bad right now. Shit is bad right now. Honestly, talking about anything else at this point is kind of tone deaf. Talking about anything else at this point is pointless, really, from my perspective. I mean, do you all have any other perspective or anything else that you all want to talk about? Because I am quite frankly talked out. This George Floyd case has me on the ropes. This coming right after the Ahmaud Arbery information that came out, coming right after Mr. Cooper and that white woman with the dog in Central Park, right? The same Central Park that took the lives of the exonerated 5, right?
Yo, that woman. Yo. I didn't want to give some shitty ass fake apology. Yo. Whenever you tell me white privilege does not exist, I just look at you more like, what? She knew what she was doing. And it's the same script when they get caught. It is the same script. I am not racist. I am sorry. People are sending me death threats. This shouldn't be happening to me. I am not racist. La-di-da-da. Same script. Is it a memo that's go out to everybody? It's like this one memo everyone gets on their phone and they just have the script there in case shit ever goes south. And
Yeah.
she knows. She's being recorded. And that's to let you know. In a social media world now, where thankfully, everything is being recorded, you must have a sense of entitlement that when somebody's recording you to be that boldface, you must believe you're untouchable. Or you have to be so in tune with the privilege you have that you know you can get off the hook. Because we know as black people, with the cameras rolling, and even that, we don't, because we know we have to maintain what we're doing, because we know even if we are good or bad, there's a chance shit goes south for us, whether we stick to the rules or not. So we know We know. That's why we want the camera. So as we behave, we can at least expose the bullshit. She rushed him, and he's like backing away from them, bullying. No, don't come close to me. Don't come close to me. And she's like, I'm gonna call the police and say African American. Why not say a man? Why not say a man? Because she knows. Because the moment you say African American, police come gun blazing. She knows desired response. And then she calls. And you see the hysteria she didn't go? You see the hysteria? Oh my God! I'm being. You see that hysteria? She wants this man to get killed. And then you want to tell me why we are the way we are? How can we not riot? You cannot tell me you do not see it there. You cannot tell me the systematic. If people are showing you, it's systematic. It's there. God damn it, it's there. Come on. I think it's Breonna Taylor's her name. They broke into her house. No knock. Broke into her house. Shoot guns. They shoot guns. Kill this woman, and they tried to charge her boyfriend. We shoot him back because he thinks burglars broke into her house. What? I'm speechless. I don't know. I don't know. I truly do not know. Anyone who tells me that, there's no systematic racism or you just I just sit back and I can't. I you know what, you're right. If it's 2020, I have to have this conversation with you and explain how slavery and everything. If I have to explain, I take myself out of the conversation because I think you do not want to learn because all the information is out there for you. All of it. The same way I could find out about my history, you can go and find out about my history too. And find out all the impacts and effects. All the impacts it has done. I shouldn't. I shouldn't. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. I'm not going to. I am no longer going to. Nah, I good. Okay. That one in the park also? So what now, Nigo? Police come guns blazing, she's acting a hysteria, making up lies, he gets killed. And what she does then? Come up with some sad story and she said she lies and bold. I thought he was going to attack me or something. Cameras rolling. What then? Ahmed Aubrey. Those two guys got off. How much times was letter wrote about Aubrey's past, trying to exonerate these two individuals, and they would have gotten away with it if the tape didn't come out. You have district attorneys passing on messages saying these guys let these guys off the hook because of Aubrey's past or whatever. What? You charge a man with a shotgun, blocked his way, so he cannot pass. He's fighting for his life. You shot. Very good. I truly no longer think it's not a matter of you don't know. I think it's a matter of you do not want to change. That is what I'm reading it now. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Whatever bubble you're in, you're very happy up there. You don't want to change. Cool. At least I know that. Because I used to think it was ignorance or the lack of knowledge. I can't accept that anymore. Not possible. Not with these daunting facts in front of your face. No chance. Zero chance. Sorry. Stuff I wild up. Because it's just nonsense.
Yeah. It's rough out there being black, man. It's rough out there being black. And
guarantee you. Facts, nigga. Facts. Something happened in June.
Well, 2020 is the year for it, so really and truly I'm just waiting to see what June brings because we've been having a fantastic go at it so far.
Yeah. Facts. Something happens. Something happens in June. Facts. Because you want to believe people out there watching this and at least would try to be more sympathetic. Nah. People thinking now is the best time to go all out. Facts. Something happened in June. I don't know what it is. To be honest, I don't know how shocking it's going to be because right now I am not ruling anything out. So.
Hey man, hurricane season started here in the Caribbean. Rainy season started here in Trinidad today. We just got like a massive downpour of rain between last night and today. So I just want to tell everyone who's listening from the Caribbean, from Trinidad and Tobago, from Miami, Florida, all those places on the coast. Be safe out there. We have rough weather coming. During the hurricane season, we always have some sort of major event, some kind of major tragedy or natural disaster occurring over one of our islands. So hold each other close. Be kind, be loving, be caring. Protect one another and stay safe during this trying year that we are continuing to have. And I hope to see a lot of you at the end of it, on the other side. We go through things as human beings, and we are not cognizant of beginning and end, because we sort of just all caught up in the whirlwind of it. Now is the time to be cognizant of what is happening around you. We're in a very historical period of human existence. We're in a very tumultuous time. Take this time to plan, to plot, to scheme, to set yourself up for a better tomorrow. Because that's what the corporations are doing. That's what the people at the top are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, just be safe out there. I am done for now. Does anybody else have anything else to talk about or say? Or
No, I'm good.
I'm good. I've vented my frustrations.
Yeah,
Good. What was that, Ken?
Today isn't that type of day where we're stretching for more things to say, because it's a bit.
Yeah.
I really wish I could have been my happy, eccentric self. I really wish I could.
But yeah, folks. Thanks for listening to the Generally Dysfunctional podcast. We had recorded an episode before this, however, given the current state of the world, it did not seem, at least to me, it did not seem the right time to post it. Or we may post it and just like leave it unlisted or something, and put it up some other time. But yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for being with us. Please do remember, Black Lives Matter. This is a Black podcast. This is a Caribbean podcast, a UK podcast, an African podcast. Lots of nationalities here. Alright? Black Lives Matter. Our life matters. And as it, one.
Peace.
Peace.